Okay, we are back.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. So Joe is an incredible scrapbooker. You were so good.
Thanks.
You were very inspiring, and I am just enamored by the 4 scrapbooks that you brought that are for the club, the virtual doll convention clubs.
Yeah.
I love this, Joe.
They were fun.
We're going to show you and talk about them, and it just brings back so many memories because he's been with us since the beginning. So what is, your mother started you in scrapbooking, right?
Well, my mom is an artist, or was an artist. She passed away years ago. She's always drawn and, well, she didn't sew, but she's always drawn, painted. There was always something going on in the house, and she even sculpted at one point. So yeah, my mom was a great inspiration and a great teacher as well. I tell people I was the only first grader that knew what a horizon line was.
Yes.
Like my stick people were in front, you know.
You're obviously very talented, for sure.
Thank you. And so I draw, and because of her, I picked up drawing and stuff, and one of the things I was really good at, and as we mentioned, I went to fashion school, was fashion illustration. So yeah, so I love anything that has to do with artwork, and Diana Vining's artwork is so inspiring, and so is Dee's. I mean, I love working with his stuff too, so I just, they inspire me, so that's why I do it.
They do. So we're gonna take a look here. Let's start from the beginning.
Well, I think that's 2022, so we have...
This is it!
We have 2021.
Oh,
this is the first year. I took all the stickers and I made, you know, took the Grace logo and put it on a scrap on paper.
Oh my goodness.
You know? So yeah, I mean, it was so much fun. And then
we've come so far. This is the first letter that I wrote for the first box.
And my Grace card.
Your membership card.
Yep. It lives in this. It lives in here.
Thank you for being an early adopter and just being part of this. It still is such a dream.
Yeah, I mean, just
the daydream. This was the Tropical Dreams pajamas.
Yeah, I mean, and the shoes, those silver shoes that came with. I was on the digital subscription, so I don't have these dresses, but I certainly love scrapbooking them.
Absolutely.
And you know, my partner is Fitzpatrick as well, as I mentioned, and he is actually Irish, 100%. So I love
That's cool.
This page. And then
when you post, you get a lot of comments inside that group. When you see what the theme is, does your wheels immediately start turning of how you're gonna scrapbook it?
Yes, yes. And also, you know, as I post those movies too. Also, when I find out what the theme is, my wheels start turning about what movie I'm going to suggest for you guys.
I love that. I love that.
And this was a no-brainer, of course.
The Wizard of Oz. Oh, so fun.
And Dolly Dingle, she was so cute.
I know. We're going to do more with Dolly Dingle. She's definitely a part of our story.
And then the balloons were pretty amazing too. When I grew up in Michigan, there's a town in Michigan called Howell, Michigan, and they have a balloon festival every year. So that brought back that memory. So
Aww.
I mean, I never really had a chance to go because I was a kid, but just you would see the balloons in the sky from far away, and it just was kind of magical in a way.
Absolutely.
So that made me think of that.
Oh my goodness. Our road trip.
Oh, that was so much fun.
The road trip was so much fun.
And that is such a great jacket.
Wasn't it a great jacket? The first time we did the leather jacket? We released hundreds of leather jackets since that jacket.
That jacket is amazing. I love that jacket.
And then this was so fun. It brings back so many good memories because I was pregnant when I was pretty far along when I filmed this one, and I was able to wear it. And this one is kind of a funny story because we did not mean to put out plaid in July, but we had to because there was a manufacturing glitch and we got that one in early.
Oh yeah.
And we put out plaid in July.
But you know, as you say, it's fashion and style. If you want to wear plaid in July, wear plaid in July. Yeah. I mean, why not?
Yeah. Our members were just so sweet about it.
And I think
it's a classic.
I think that is a photocopy of the earring that you sent.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's what I used.
Fun.
That I photocopied that earring. And then here's Grace in Paris.
Grace in Paris. That was such a fun one.
Yeah, I mean, and that outfit is so beautiful.
It is. It's classic.
I actually do have that dress.
Oh, I love that.
And the lemonade.
The lemonade. This journey of this first year, it brings back so much because we didn't have to, we knew what we were doing, but not like we do now.
Yeah.
So when we look back on it and we say, oh.
Yeah, I mean, but that is a fun, I actually was able to get this dress later on.
Oh, I love this dress. It's just that we didn't know.
Yeah, and you know, and I went out and purposely bought lemonade paper, lemon paper. I mean, I had to.
And when I say we didn't know what Grace would be doing in it. And at the time, I'll just share with you, Diana and I got really overwhelmed about what Grace would be doing. We really did. We were both so overwhelmed. And I said, why don't we just take it back a notch and have her work a lemonade stand, but glamorous?
Yeah, why not?
And then that's what we did. And so then we realized that it doesn't have to be some big thing. It can be a simple thing.
Right.
So that helped us.
Because Grace is living her life.
Yes, I love that.
And she's doing it fabulously.
I love that.
You know, I mean,
love
she really is.
I love that.
And then
this one's fabulous.
I love this dress too. And I think that's when I when I started getting the clothing was this dress.
And they had the G's on it.
Yeah,
which was so fun.
So fun. And I love your dress too.
Thank you.
I mean, that is an awesome outfit. Yeah, so here's my
positivity. This whole box was all about finding your inner courage, and I love this.
And those shoes are fun too. Those are great shoes. And who doesn't love a leopard print shoe? I mean, a cat print shoe.
Marcia Friend did those, Facets by Marcia. She helped us a lot in that first year. She's making shoes for us for December, but they're cool.
I always suggest, people ask for shoes, and I'm like, well, Marcia.
Yeah, Marcia, she's got great shoes.
And then I started putting your letters in too when you started doing them.
We've evolved a lot. Over that first year, I didn't always do letters, and now we always do letters. And it makes a big difference because it's very personal.
I hope they're not.
This was so fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I'm a great fan of tea.
Yeah.
So I do love a good tea.
Oh, look at this. As you look at these pages, everybody, just feel inspired. I love how you do the layering and the texture combinations.
Yeah, and I always tell people, if they ask, just do it for yourself. I mean, that's all you have to do is make yourself happy.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be in a museum and even if it was, it made me happy to do it. So that's the thing that's important, is just, do what makes you happy. If you don't want to cut out I'm a little crazy about cutting out things, but you don't have to cut out every little detail. Just cut out what you want and put it how you want on the page. That's what's important. And that's what I always tell people. Art is whatever you want it to be, not whatever people
what you think it should be.
What you think it should be. It's for you, and people can enjoy it, but it's your art.
How do your passions for doll collecting, scrapbooking, and classic films intersect? Do you find inspiration in one hobby that influences the others? So,
for me, it's kind of starts with old movies. I love old musicals, and they take you to a place, almost to a fantasy world. They're a way to escape. But then there are these amazing fashions and fashion designers from that era that are exquisite, that you want to have that in real life. So sometimes you want to, if you can do it and create it, that's wonderful, or you can buy it. Even, Robert did, before he closed his businesses, like I think he did Finn and Arrow, and he came out with Mary Astor with her great-grandson, Andrew, and he did these two exquisite gowns for dresses for Mary Astor, one from one of her movies and one from a court appearance. And no one in the world would have those dresses in real life, but at least you have them in doll form.
Right.
Or even the white Christmas dresses. I mean, he really did those in such exquisite detail. It's amazing. So yeah, and then I think I lost what I was going to say.
No, but I love what you said about that though, because you don't have it in real life. And for a lot of people, especially my customers, they have memories of growing up because they couldn't afford dolls, but they could get them from the Sunday newspaper.
Right.
Or from the magazine.
Right.
And the paper dolls.
Right. And
so it's a way of having something that is not as expensive as having the real thing, although scrapbooking can become a pretty expensive hobby.
Yes, it can. So the movies always inspire me with the dolls and the scrapbook, just the fashions when they come out. I just want to remember everything that, that feeling when I open the box.
Yes.
And so with this I can. That makes sense.
Have you ever created scrapbooks themed around your doll collection or your favorite classic films?
A little bit. I think I did a scrapbook, sort of a scrapbooky kind of page for some of the outfits I've entered in the Tonner Convention contests. So a little bit. But sometimes I'll do like a tablescape instead.
Fun.
So, like I mentioned earlier, with my White Christmas dolls, I do this incredible tablescape every year, and I also do one for Halloween I had in the past. So yeah, it's just fun, but these really inspire me.
This is very inspiring. So when the club came out, did you find yourself, because sometimes you don't get to the scrapbook, you get to it at the last minute because you are very busy and it does take time. So you found yourself scrapbooking probably a lot more once all of this started.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's something that totally developed its own thing, and that's one of the things I love to do once I get the box. I like to go through it and pick out what I'm going to use and what I'm going to save. And and I do a little temporary layout and figure out, okay, how does this look? And I've limited myself to 8.5 by 11 because that's what fits in these binders. So, I mean, you can do a bigger scrapbook because scrapbook paper comes in 12 by 12. So, you can do a lot more.
This is great. So this is the first year of Grace. So if you're new with us, you can really see. And then, you saved the It's a Girl.
I did.
Oh, this was so sweet because Diana Vining put little miniature outfits of Grace outfits and then a Raggedy Ann. She is such a sentimental artist. She is such a sweetheart.
She's so talented. I love the winking Grace.
I know, isn't that? That was one of my favorites. She looks so beautiful.
And I love this dress too. Well, I say that all the time, but I do love the dress.
This dress. Yeah.
It's so fun and so versatile.
It is. And Diana writes all of these stories. She writes them.
Wow.
Which I just love. Every month she sends it to me for approval, and every month I can't believe how wonderful it is. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I just put everything in here.
If you've been with us, especially since that first year, a lot of this is going to bring back so many memories. Letter from Grace.
Yeah.
That was in the box. Wow.
So if I didn't know what to do, this I like too.
Yeah. This came with the Courage outfit, and it said, just in case no one told you today, hello, good morning, you're doing great, I believe in you. Sometimes we all got to hear that. Wow.
These are just inspirational things that I have.
I love it.
So yeah, and then I think that's just stuff I have at the end.
So that is season 1 of Grace, and then you did season 2 and 3. And then you also have started Ellowyne and Nema. Look at this.
And I also started one for Anne and this year's Ellowyne.
Oh my gosh, I love that. If you could create a scrapbook inspired by a classic film, which movie would you choose? And what elements would you put in there to capture its presence?
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one.
If you had to take like a week out of your life and it was like a special project.
The Women, actually.
Really?
Yes, because that is such a fashion movie, and it's a unique movie because it's one of the few movies that have a cast entirely made up of just women, especially for that time, which that's something that would have, wasn't done. But I think it would be, I'd probably feature the fashions and the actresses, and I think there would be a lot of silver.
I love it.
And red, because of Jungle Red at the end.
You can't go wrong with red. All right, let's take another peek at some of these wonderful pages. If you want to be inspired, just pause the 80s box.
Oh, that was so much fun, because I'm an 80s kid.
You didn't think that was totally nuts when we did that?
No, I loved it.
Okay.
I mean,
it was
80s
fun.
Are a thing.
The 80s were fun. And then the violin recital.
Oh, that was good. I like that idea too.
Oh yeah, and there's the poster for her recital. I love that she goes and just does all these wonderful things.
Yeah, I mean, she can do the things
Going
that
to the
maybe
beach.
we can't.
Exactly. Brunch in the Big Apple.
Yes.
That one was a fun one.
And who doesn't love New York?
Who doesn't love New York? I love New York. I really do.
It's one of my favorite places. I'm so happy I live there.
How long did you live there?
Just for 2 years, but
that's a treat.
It was long enough to get to know the subway system.
People talk about how crazy it is to live in New York. I could absolutely live in New York.
Yeah.
Even with the subway, even with all that.
Yeah, I mean, I finally learned it, and then we moved home. Then we moved back to California.
Oh, I'm glad you had the opportunity, though.
Yeah, me too. It was.
When Robert Tonner came into this shop, into the doll shop for the first time, this was on display, and he stopped in his tracks. And because I wasn't sure if the community was going to love it. I don't know why. I thought it was a little conservative, even though it's just so beautiful.
It's a beautiful dress.
And when Robert loved it, I always worry. Yeah,
no, I understand. I mean, because it's something that no one is doing, really. You can buy Barbie clothes, but it's hard to buy clothes for a 16-inch doll.
Yes.
And Robert didn't always have clothing available all the time when he was running his stores,
And when we put out this, I knew you'd like it because White Christmas.
Yes.
So much fun.
And she wore that dress a lot.
I can tell this was one of your favorites because you really went wild on the scrapbooking.
I did. I did. But I love that dress. It's so beautiful.
This is beautiful. Look what you did with Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Chinese New Year is a big thing in San Francisco.
They have a great big parade. It's really a big to-do.
Yeah, Chinatown's really, really neat here too. Oh, I loved that one.
I like this dress, and I think one of my graces is wearing it right now. It's very simple, but
Yes.
elegant.
Yes. And that is Grace's vibe. She
Yes.
is very elegant and simple. And sometimes I do worry a little bit because I don't want people to be bored, but you can never go bored with classic.
No, you cannot. And classic is good. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I always tell people fashion is limited. Fashion is limiting at times, but style is forever.
Yes.
You know, so if you can discover your style,
Yes,
then I think you've discovered a good thing, you know?
absolutely.
And it's something that you can use your entire life.
Absolutely. And I love that the dolls are distinct. Grace is supposed to be a very classic, beautiful woman and not as quirky in her fashion.
No,
Look at that.
that was fun.
Flower Festival. So good. Okay, and then we have season 3
Yes.
of Club Grace. All right.
I haven't gotten to the stickers yet.
Oh, that's okay. We put out a lot of stickers. What did you think when we did a backyard theme?
I loved it. I mean, sometimes you can be casual and be classy.
Absolutely. Everybody, a lot of classy girls garden, that's for
Right.
sure.
And
her wellies.
And her wellies, they're so cute. I mean, they are really cute.
We are going to put out classy casuals, and Grace can be fun. The Princess of Wales isn't always, when she's at home, she's probably chilling and
Yeah.
stuff like this.
I mean, it's
Oh,
just,
look at that.
And I got all of you guys in there too.
Oh, so cute. Hall and Diane.
Yeah.
And then we did The Little Mermaid.
I mean, that's an iconic
Yeah.
movie, and I love that you guys did this too.
We did a lot of filming this season, actually.
Yeah, I love Ursula.
Oh, who doesn't love Ursula?
But I remember when this movie came out, and I saw it in the theaters. I was in my 20s, and I saw this movie, and I knew that Disney was back.
Yeah.
It spoke to me on so many levels, and it was something I needed as a young gay man in my 20s at that time in Michigan. You know,
Right.
and I didn't feel bad liking that movie and being an adult, and
Oh no, I've loved that's why we did it. I've loved
Yeah.
Little Mermaid my whole life.
you know, and so Ariel always has a special place in my heart.
Yes, me
you
too.
know.
But Ursula for me too, though.
Yeah, well,
The body language and oh my gosh, how she gets what she wants. She's good.
she does, and I love a villain.
Yeah,
so,
who doesn't love a great villain? She's a wonderful villain. And then we put out Shirley Temple,
Yes,
and that was a fun one.
I did like this one. I got the blue dress, which
that's
I
good.
liked. And again, Shirley Temple, old movies, fashion. I mean, what couldn't I love?
And you can say if you didn't love something, but most of it I think you did.
No, I love them. I'm pretty easy.
Yeah, you appreciate it. And a lot of thought does go into it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Western wear. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, I had fun with this one too. I mean, I wanted to pick up the flowers from her outfit and the color and the pink from her shirt.
You did. Look at that.
So, yeah, I mean, some of the stuff I buy and some of it I have because I was making rooms, but
Grace with those eyelashes
Yes.
and those wigs.
and that great big hair.
I cannot. I know.
That was awesome.
She still looks like that in the shop. We haven't taken her apart because she looks so good.
She reminds me of Flo,
Yes.
you know, but yeah, I really wanted to pick up the pink and the flowers from that.
Oh yeah. Oh, all of your training in art school. Well, you would do this even without your training, but it all goes together. But just the textures and what to put, that is not easy to do
Yeah,
if you're not trained.
No, but you know, and like I said before, it doesn't have to be what I do. It just has to be what you do
Yeah.
and what you want. This is for you. So if you're gonna do it, just do it for yourself and enjoy it.
Did you love that we put all these movie covers in this one?
I did. Sonia Henney is amazing. So yeah, I just love that. I mean,
This was a triumph. This outfit.
I love this outfit.
Yeah.
She's gonna be wearing it this Christmas.
Thank you. It's one of my favorites for sure. Oh, and then the glamour.
Oh yeah, I love it. This one was good too. I mean, I hate to say it, I keep saying it, but I do love it.
Oh no, thank you for being part. You're part of what churns our wheels around at the doll shop. That was the red carpet look. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and I had to do
Queens
red.
of the silver screen. Yeah.
And they are amazing. I mean, these are all of the great actresses of the time. Like Grace Kelly, I mean, what can I say about her?
I don't know. I would love to do a box that actually was off of the great outfits, the great actresses of the time.
Oh my God,
like
that
a whole
would be
season.
amazing. That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
I would love it. I myself would love it.
Me too. Let us know out there if you would love it, because I would love it. Oh, the sock hop sweet
The
shop.
sock hop,
Oh my
that
goodness.
was so fun too. I mean,
What a great page. Look at that. The pizza. Yeah, you did such a good job on that one.
yeah. And again, I was trying to pull in like the checkerboard, the idea. And we have a great restaurant here called Mel's Diner, which, you know, is kind of themed on this theme as well.
What do you use an X-Acto knife to cut it out so well?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And scissors, really good scissors.
Really good scissors. Do you have any tips for if somebody was going to start scrapbooking? Just the basics? You need really good scissors? What is the emergency pack if you were just going to start and you needed the basics?
So a really good pair of scissors. If you're comfortable using an X-Acto knife, then I say go for it. The other thing you will need, since you will be cutting things, is a good cutting mat. You know, Joann's has them, and their sewing cutting mats are just fine. I use one. I have a couple because, you know, Mr. Crafty. So
That's a good
I
idea.
use a smaller one that's, you know, fits on a table. So I think those are the things that are in glue. Well, I prefer to use glue, but some people like tape. There's a two-sided tape that you can get that sometimes I think there's a type that you can use that is like not a tape dispenser, but it's like a running. I don't use it, but because I like glue. So yeah, that's what I think you would need.
Okay.
Just to get started. A good pair of scissors, I think, are important.
Oh, absolutely.
And not your sewing scissors.
No, you don't want them to get messed up. The Vampire's Wife outfit was
Yeah.
so nice. And then didn't we end the season on
Yeah, I think you did.
Alice in Wonderland? Oh my gosh, the film set for this.
Oh.
Christopher spent a week on it.
Oh my God, Christopher is so amazing and talented. I had a lot of fun with
Look
this
at
one
this,
too.
you really went crazy on Alice in Wonderland. How could you not, though? Every adventure requires a first step, that's for sure. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I had fun with this one.
Yeah, you did. Multiple pages. I love, love, love. Oh, and then we had the safari.
Yeah,
That was a fun one, too.
yeah, and I think I had fun with this one too.
It looks so good. All the layers and textures again. Cutting out all of the art.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my gosh, how could I? Oh, look at that. I'm seeing this now with you, everybody. Oh, I love this. But it's funny that I thought we ended on Alice and I forgot about Cinderella. We've had a lot of boxes.
and
So
Snow
fun.
White was the extra box, and I think I did
Oh
one for
yeah.
her too.
Oh, Cinderella.
Cinderella is one of my favorite Disney movies.
Don't we all just love Cinderella?
I mean, how
can you not?
right. I mean, I don't know, she's kind of inspiring in a way.
Absolutely. Oh,
And I had to include Anne
Anne is Cinderella. That's so sweet. As a fairy.
as
And
the
then
fairy
we did the
godmother.
surprise box. I know, that's so sweet.
I love this because it's one of my favorite eras, the 50s. One
Is
of my
it?
favorite fashion eras.
If you had to stick with one era or pick a top three, what would you choose?
My top 3 eras are the 20s, the 50s, and the 60s.
I agree. They're all great fashion.
Yes.
Great
totally
fashion.
great fashion.
Yep.
And the 20s kind of reflects a little bit of the 60s, but
Do you ever think about today's fashion and what they're going to choose when they look back in 50 years of what we wore today?
yeah, I think it's going to be jeans.
Yeah, jeans and sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. And then the last scrapbook we have is Ellowyne and Nima, which is a lot of Ellowyne, but this is, so many of our people have been with us since the beginning. We're very fortunate to have very loyal people, and so even if you're not subscribed, you'll remember this because it's stuff we've been putting out. Oh, I love it. So we didn't do as much scrapbooking. Actually, you did do scrapbooking.
Yeah.
Because we did the Wild Style newsletter, but
Right.
you downloaded this off the internet.
Yeah, I
think.
think this one I downloaded off the internet. I think we got the pink,
Yes.
but I downloaded the green.
So pretty. I love the background.
Yeah, it was fun. I had the paper, so I was like, what am I? Oh, this is perfect.
Is a lot of this in your stash and then you go
Yeah.
and find it, or do you order some things sometimes?
Sometimes I order, and a lot of the times I try to use what's in my stash.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you
I
did. All of them.
These I downloaded too, just because they were so pretty.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That one actually fit the Jean dolls, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
really fun. I love when they can do that. Velvet Spell.
That is, I have to say, one of my favorites.
Me too.
I mean, I love fall, I love Halloween.
Yeah.
And again, it's just, I love that era as well, like the 40s and the 30s. And I just love how that harkened back to that era.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I loved Velvet Spell. That was one going into it that I just knew everyone was gonna love. Oh, and look at all the pages you did. Oh my goodness, look, and you put Sybil.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
I actually photocopied that off of the bag that you sent.
No way.
Yeah, I stuck it in my copier and photocopied that off.
I would have never thought of doing that. If somebody was new here and they're wondering who the heck is Sybil, who's Sybil?
Sybil is Ellowyne's mean evil cat.
Yes.
Who made one appearance as a doll and is hard to find, but if you can find her, you're lucky.
Yeah. We have one. We found her on eBay.
She's amazing. She's so
I think we paid $300
quirky.
for her.
She's so quirky, that doll.
Yes. And then we did a special
and I
Halloween.
bought that dress. I did buy that dress.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Because you know what, you may not like candy corn as a candy, but it certainly made a good dress.
It made a good dress. Yeah, I don't love candy corn. I tried it because we put it into the boxes and I was like, nope, still don't love it.
And these guys, I have a Halloween banner.
Oh.
And I photocopied it at one point, so I kind of keep that in my stash. And that's where those guys are from.
Well, I love that you can just throw something in a copier and use it in your scrapbooking. That's great.
Why not? It's there, I have it.
It's a really good tip though, because I wouldn't have actually thought of that. So that is great.
That's the back page of the page.
Well, this is all airing in October, and is Halloween in October one of your favorite times of year?
It is. I love Halloween.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I don't know why, but I do. It's just like a great time. And San Francisco used to have a very amazing Halloween parade back in the 90s. And it's kind of, people don't do it as much anymore, but they used to costumes up and down the Castro Street. Just amazing.
I love it. I would have loved to have seen that. That would have been really cool.
They kind of stopped doing it after I moved back.
We had our hot hostess, even though it's pronounced Hote. But Hote.
Yes. And I like this outfit was really great too. Again, 50s.
Yes. It was all vintage that first season though. Oh, frosty fur.
Yeah. I mean, how exquisite. I mean, that dress is just, that coat. I mean, does she need any other coat? I don't think so.
No. Oh, and then the robe. Yeah, that was a fun one too.
And one of my Ellowyns is still wearing this robe.
And I saw you put it on. You put it on somebody else the other day and posted a picture too.
I put it on Lacey Churchill.
Yes, she looked beautiful.
Yeah.
The robe fits everybody.
But Ellowyne snatched it right back.
I don't blame her. That's the kind of robe that you answer the door after your husband disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Right.
I just saw a meme once that said that.
After you go to the detective.
Yes.
Knowing full well what you did.
Exactly. This one Dee designed.
I love that one too. I mean, it's so, I don't know, romantic.
It's simple. Romantic, yep. His wonderful taste. We had the weekend market.
Of course.
That was a fun one.
And we have like a weekend market down at the Embarcadero building, and I just imagine Ellowyne going down to the farmer's market in that outfit, doing her thing.
Me too, and that's why we named it. But could you imagine going to the market in this? I would love to, but I'm not going to.
No.
But that's why we get to live with our dolls.
But Ellowyne can.
Ellowyne can, and she will.
And she did.
And she did. And then we had berry picking.
Yes.
Which again, who's going to go pick berries in this adorable outfit? Well,
Ellowyne can. I would go in my jeans or shorts, and
that's why we love dolls, though, is because it's pure fantasy.
It is. It's totally fantasy, and you can just do what you want to do with them, and they can go wherever you want them to go. She can be a 1960s stewardess.
I know. This was so fun when we put this out, also knowing that she was going to travel for the next year.
I totally had fun with this one too.
Look at this. You found some fun things.
I did. And, I mentioned that I kind of reuse paper. This is one of those instances where I reused a lot of paper.
It was so great. Oh!
And then I just kept her stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, Joe, what's it been like sharing all your stuff with the community? It's so fun to be here.
It's been fun. I mean, it's great to be able to give a little bit of tips and to say, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to do it, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
And that's what I think is important. Just have fun with it. And you need to enjoy it, not everybody else.
I love that, and I concur. I could not agree more. I want to thank our wonderful Joe Coloff for sharing his time and talents with us. Now we're going to go explore a little bit of San Francisco on Pier 39, and so we hope you'll join us for that one too.
It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah, and you said you always like a good excuse to come down to the city.
I do.
So, yay! We're going to go check it out. So we'll see you on the next video.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.